This is Demspey Makepeace.
Wow.
Forgotten how good their theme tune is.
Why are you playing this, Mark?
Well, one half of Demspey Makepeace on the way before 11 o'clock, Simon, that's why.
Is it Glynis Barber?
No, it's the other half.
Oh.
So you'll hear from him. Oh, blown it now.
Michael Brandon.
Before 11 o'clock. For that. Still like this music. Demspey and Makepeace, you know him and her, right? After they'd been in the show together, they got married, and they're still together. It's a beautiful story. Now, Michael Brandon, one half of Demspey and Makepeace, of course, coming to town soon. Next Wednesday it starts. The show is called A View from a Bridge, and it actually makes its premiere in Nottingham. I spoke to Michael the other day. Firstly, he gave me a brief summary what the show is actually about.
Well, it takes place in Red Hook, Brooklyn, which is right across from Manhattan, the other side of the Brooklyn Bridge. And that's kind of the society between Manhattan, where it's, you know, kind of educated, and the rough, raw immigrant mentality that has come to Red Hook, where this is where all the ships come in. This is where all the longshoremen live. And, you know, and they're mostly Italian neighborhood under the bridge there. And, you know, it's on the waterfront, I guess, would be sort of a close picture of how that life looked. It was hard and even, and people survived. And this guy, Alfieri, got an education, and he became a lawyer. But he didn't leave. He didn't go across the bridge. He stayed to work there. His clients, mostly longshoremen, their wives, fathers, and grandfathers, you know, family squabbles, the petty troubles of the poor. And it's about this one particular longshoreman, Eddie Carbone, who has a niece who's coming of age. She's 17, and he has feelings that he doesn't understand. And there's something almost perversely pure, you see, that kind of underlines this relationship. And then these other two immigrants who are cousins of of Eddie's wife, who come to stay illegally. They're illegal immigrants, and they're staying there trying to get a better life, trying to make some money to send back to the old country. And there's a lot of turmoil in the family, and there's a lot of romance, and it's all trying to be sorted out and understood through Alfieri's words.
Just thinking as well, because this gives you the chance to use your... I was just listening to you there, thinking you obviously haven't lost your accent.
What accent?
Your Swansea accent. you haven't lost your accent after all this time.
My Scottish.
Hey, that's right, that. But that must be nice for you in some ways. I mean, it hasn't eroded, though, your accent, has it?
Well, it was in a box. I kept it in the basement. But, you know, you take the boy out of Brooklyn, but you can't take Brooklyn out of the boy. So what it is I had to go back. And, when I go back to America or whatever, and people think I'm English, my wife falls about, you know. But a lot of the words have changed, and the hard New York has gone. I mean, gone. You see, I say gone, I say water. But not in Brooklyn. You say water, gone, you know, fada, mudda. You know, it's like, you get to those kind of hard D's and things like that, where it comes to like a TH. And so I had to go back into that box and bring it up. And I still fight with it now, because I have the transatlantic kind of conflict with the old Brooklyn. But I have to work to really learn to speak badly again.
But when you speak to people, say, back in the US, do they say to you, oh, your accent's changed, you're becoming British, etc.?
Well, if it comes out in a phrase, you know, like if we're going to a restaurant and I said, "Did you book?" And they look at me, "What?" You know, I said, "What?" They said, "Did you book?" What does that mean? I said, "To make reservations." Oh, well, why don't you say that? You know, you know, it's like there are things, you know, the words come out occasionally, but it's just better to speak better, you know what I mean? It's like water and dog, and you know, you put the right round syllables in there, you know, which I prefer, you know. And it's after living here for so many years, you know, and I'm British now, so you know, seems only right.
Been bound to happen. You mentioned about Demspey Makepeace, fans coming along to see the show. You mentioned as well, Glynis, and we should just mention as well that she
is opening tonight in the West End at the Aldwych Theatre, and that's where she's been. The show started, rehearsing in London, and it's opening in London.
Oh, okay.
And it's going to be a big night tonight.
Right.
Yeah. So
okay.
That's the story there. And the other thing is the Demspey Makepeace fans. They come from all over the world, and they've always gone to every show that I do or Glynis does, whatever we do together. They love that one.
Understood.
So,
yes. Yeah.
So there's a loyal group around the world who follow us, and they're twittering and doing all that stuff, and they meet up, and they're all friends now and whatever. And it's great to have that support for any show that you open or move or go into a new theater, and you've got part of them on your side.
So she's in London, but you're going to be all over the place.
I'll be all over the place, but I come back.
That's not deliberate, though, right? That's not deliberate, though.
Well, listen.
She sent you out
the week before opening week. It could be, because it's tough. You know what I mean? Opening night is something that brings up all the stuff. And I'm not going to be sexist. I'm sure it happens to actors as well. I'm a little more calm about it. I guess maybe I've done it a bit longer, but it's a hard time because you're trying to get it right. You're still working it. It's going to happen. You want it to be in that second. You've got one shot, and you want to make it right.
What a great voice. Michael Brandon, and you'll hear more from Michael first thing tomorrow morning at breakfast. Got more entertainment ideas for the weekend. Loads of other stuff on the show as ever to start your weekend off in fine style. And you can go see him live in the flesh. Theatre Royal then. The show is called A View from a Bridge. Theatre Royal between Wednesday and Saturday as of middle of next week.